This is the Shanice Lewis Show, the #1 podcast for plus-size women. With your host, the queen of curvy conversation, Shanice Lewis.
Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Shanice Lewis. Today is Monday, March 19th, 2018. Make sure you're following the show's social media pages on Facebook at The Shanice Lewis Show and on Instagram and Twitter at Shanice Show. Today we have a very special guest. CarrieRae Munson is the founder of Undersummers.com and creator of Undersummers Shortlette Slipshorts. Comfortable and a beautiful thigh chafing solution made for curvy women of all sizes. She believes that every woman is most beautiful when she is wearing beautiful, comfy garments she loves. This starts with the underpinnings. CarrieRae's entrepreneurship journey started with an ideal and has evolved into a thriving business providing women with exceptional garments made in the USA, and we're going to learn all about them today. Let's welcome CarrieRae to the show. Hi.
Hi. Thank you for having me.
Well, I'm excited to talk to you. Thank you for being on the show today. Now, you have an interesting background because you have a master's degree in speech-language pathology. Now, tell us about your prior career before you even became an entrepreneur.
Yes, I am totally out of field running this company. I was a speech pathologist for 15 years. I worked in a variety of pediatric settings. My last position, I worked for a school district, and I thought that was going to be the career for the rest of my life. I really loved helping children and helping families and working in the schools. So that was my prior background. I never thought I was going to be starting a company just from this idea that I had.
Now, while you were working in those other fields, was thigh chafing a problem that you experienced personally that you couldn't find a solution for?
Yes, I'm from Minnesota, and about 10 years ago I moved to Houston, and the climate is very different in Houston than it is in Minnesota. And
right.
I wanted to wear dresses to work because I felt like they would be cooler in the summer. But I have thick thighs, and thigh chafing has always been an issue for me, and so I just didn't wear dresses because of that. I think I'm like a lot of women. I've tried a lot of different solutions to stop thigh chafing. You know, I tried cutting off nylons, wearing yoga pants, wearing bike shorts, shapewear, balms, creams, lotions, powders. I've tried it all. And I really wanted something that was cute and really lightweight and comfortable, and where I didn't have to wear another layer of, a second panty. And I just couldn't find the product I wanted, so I created it for myself.
Now, were you actively looking to change careers, or once you had this vision, it just took a life of its own?
It absolutely took a life of its own. I definitely was not thinking about changing careers. I was happily, working in the schools. I was working part-time, and I was raising my boys. And it took me about 6 months to create the product the way I wanted it to fit, and it wouldn't fall apart because I don't have any training in sewing. And my friends started to want them, my colleagues. And so I started making a few more. And next thing I knew, I realized that I wasn't the only woman who needed this product. And so it kind of evolved really quickly into a full-time job for me.
Now, what were your biggest obstacles getting your business off the ground?
There's been a lot of obstacles. One is finding contractors to produce the product for me. when I first started out, I was literally sewing them myself. And I had some other women in Houston who I contracted to make them. But finding sourcing when you're starting out is difficult because the minimums are pretty high. Luckily, I found some contractors in the U.S. That would work with me on a very small basis when I was first starting. And those relationships have evolved throughout the years now that I'm much bigger. But yeah, sourcing has been just very difficult. Of course, finding people to, as I've grown, to take over different parts of my responsibilities as I become more of a leader in the company and kind of get out of the day-to-day operations. So that's been challenging too.
Mm-hmm. Now, for someone listening who has never been exposed to your product, tell us about your product and the benefits of wearing it versus creams and lotions for chafing.
So when I created the shortlet, I designed it specifically. I first and foremost designed it for its function. So it has no seam in between the thighs. So if you've ever worn a short or a shapewear, there's usually a seam in between the thighs, which rubs and can cause additional irritation or weakness and a hole, which that's just going to have more thigh chafing with that. I also wanted the shortlet to not ride up when I walked because it's not attractive to be pulling down your shorts, quite frankly. So, and it's just annoying. So I wanted it to stay put, and I didn't want it to squeeze me at all. I am not a shapewear girl. I am happiest when I am comfortable, and that's what I wanted my product to be, very, very comfortable. So from a design standpoint, the legs stay put. There's no seam in the inner thigh. It's a panty. It has a cotton liner, and the fabric is really lightweight and soft. So it feels like you're not wearing anything, even though you're wearing a full long leg panty, basically. But the other thing that's really...
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Oh, I was going to say the other thing that's really unique about our products is they're not just functional. They're really beautiful. We use lots of beautiful soft laces and trims, and the design is very feminine. It's not made to be a seamless product. It's made to be a lingerie-like product that you're okay with showing. And so we do lots of fun colors and prints as well.
Now tell me about your signature Stay Cool fabric.
Our Stay Cool fabric is a really lightweight polyester lycra blend, which people get scared about, but it is actually really, really lightweight and cool, and much more so than wearing like a nylon-based product.
Mm-hmm. And you mentioned a little while ago this is not shapewear, so this product is not comparable to Spanx at all, right?
Right. I like to say I'm an anti-shapewear girl. We are purely about comfort because let's face it, when you wear shapewear, it has to go somewhere. It either goes up or down, and it creates some not so nice lines. And in the heat, I personally feel like shapewear is really hot, and it's just not comfortable. So I personally did not want to wear shapewear, and so that's why I made it to be a purely comfort product.
Now, is Undersummers carried in any boutiques, or is it sold exclusively online?
We do have some boutiques that carry our products. I love it when stores come to me and they ask me if they want to carry our products, and of course, then I have a partnership with them. But primarily, we're sold online.
So you're looking, like if somebody's listening that's a boutique owner, that's something that you're interested in.
Absolutely. I love to share my products with women who are like-minded. They want women to feel amazing in the clothes they're in. And, my products allow women to love wearing their dresses. It's something that most women can't say I love wearing dresses, especially if they're a victim of thigh chafing. So if I can be in stores that cater to women, that have dresses, I would love to see that.
Now, your brand carries sizes small to 4X. Now, I was surprised that someone a size small would experience thigh chafing. I thought this was something exclusively for larger sizes.
I think it's just the way a lot of women are made. We have extra padding in our thighs, and I get requests for even smaller sizes than smalls. So I think it's really not really a size issue. It's just a body design issue that a lot of women have. Yeah.
Interesting. So, since you do carry plus sizes, did you have to research the market to learn about the plus size consumer, or was that something you were already into? Because, there's a plus community and all things going on. Were you already familiar?
I would say I wasn't necessarily in the fashion world at all, but I am. My grandmother was a plus size woman. I have been a plus size woman in and out because my size fluctuates. And so from personal experience, I had knowledge of the plus size industry, but of course I did have to do a lot of research. But ultimately I view women regardless of size the same. And so that's partly why I created a product that really fits a woman who wears a small and a woman who's wearing a plus size, a 4X or a 3X. It really fits them both really well.
Now, are those the sizes that you started out with when you launched, or did you expand as the years went by?
So I started out with I had extra small through large, I believe, was what I originally started with because I was selling to boutique markets. And then my customers started asking me for plus sizes. So it probably only took 1 year, and I was in the plus size industry.
Oh, got it. So did you launch the plus sizes recent, or it's been around for a few years?
Oh, I within a year of me starting the company, I was in the plus size market. I realized that that's something that women really wanted.
And I see that you also just launched a maternity line. Now tell me about that.
I did. I really listen to my customers. I get a lot of emails on a very regular basis, and I'm active on social media. And they were asking for maternity shortlets. So I listened, and I brought them out. I just launched it just in the past week, the maternity line. And we also are carrying the maternity and the plus sizes as well, consistent with the rest of our brand. So I'm really excited about it, and women are very excited about it. I'm hearing some really good feedback.
Now, I don't have kids, so excuse me if this is a stupid question, but if you're pregnant, could you just go up one size and would it fit, or is the maternity line like a total different fit?
So I originally told women to do exactly what you just said, to just size up one size. Feedback I heard from women was that they prefer to have their bellies covered when they were pregnant, just so that there's no line there in the center of the belly. So some women prefer things that don't cover the belly, and our regular line will work for them. But women who want to have a little bit more coverage over their belly, the maternity line is perfect for them. So it's just preference.
The maternity line is like more high-waisted?
Yes. It has a full panel that covers the belly.
Got it. Now, you just mentioned how you interact with your customers, and I read on your website how you said you will email your customers yourself. Now, what do you talk about with your customers?
Every customer who makes a purchase gets a personalized email from me, and a lot of them write me back. So then we'll have an interaction. Usually they're thanking me for the products, telling me what they'd like to see, what they love, maybe what they don't love. And I keep a wish list from my customers, like the maternity, and I revisit it very frequently when I decide what new things I'm going to be bringing out.
Nice. So that's very rare. I'm sure your customers appreciate that because it's very rare they get to talk to the CEO after they make an order.
Probably. But, we're still small and I can still do that. So I love it because it keeps me really, I know what my customers want and I know what they're thinking because they're telling me. So it helps me to make better decisions for them.
Mhm. And I also saw on your website you mentioned you model a lot of your product yourself and you use minimal photoshopping. Now, why is that important to you?
It's important to me. I think it goes back to my ideas about shapewear that I want women to embrace who they are and not necessarily try to change who they are. I think we're most beautiful when we're, ourselves. And so that's why on the website I'll Photoshop, like if I have a blemish or, things like that. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, I'm not going to change my size. The images on my website, some of them I'm a size 8 and some of them I'm a size 18. It just depends on what time in my life it was, right? And
right.
But I want them to be able to see the products on women, on our real bodies. And so all of my models, I'm not photoshopping them because I'm a normal woman. I'm a 41-year-old woman. I've got kids. I'm not perfect. But I'm just like everybody else. So
right.
That's why I use myself.
So do you consider your brand to be a body positive brand and in the body positive movement of loving your body as it is?
I think so. I think the body positive movement and my product kind of started at a similar time. I don't know that I'm on if you want to call it the bandwagon of body positive, but that's certainly something my brand stands for because I want women to love their bodies and embrace who they are. And that's what we're all about. We're saying,
right.
Go ahead, you can love your thighs. We're just going to solve that little problem. And nobody needs to know, why you're wearing this long leg panty, the shortlet. But I really want them to just embrace it and have fun.
Right. Now, you are based in Houston, Texas, down south. Well, to me, it's next door because I'm in Louisiana. So do you have your headquarters and your warehouse is based in Houston, too?
Yes, we are.
Were you affected by Hurricane Harvey?
My warehouse and office is in Kingwood, Texas, which is part of Houston, and our community was hit very, very hard. In fact, we're still recovering. So, yes, my employees, 2 homes were lost. I lost a car. And our community, our high school, literally, today was the first day it opened. My children have been going to another high school this whole school year because their school flooded.
Wow. And let me tell you, I can relate to you because the year before that, I'm in Baton Rouge, and we flooded in 2016. So I lost everything in 2016, and I'm still recovering too. So we're in the same boat.
That recovery period is very long. People don't realize it, but it is.
Yeah, I was told it takes at least 2 years before you feel like you're back to normal. So it's a long road ahead.
Well, we're managing, thank goodness. But yes, it's been a long year.
So did that halt your business for a little bit? Did you have to stop production or stop shipping out for a while?
I actually was out of town at an event during the hurricane, and so I did shut my website down during the hurricane because I was not able to get back. I was out for about a week, and I didn't know the condition, because I knew that in front and back of me flooded of the warehouse. Mm-hmm. And so I did shut everything down to make sure that I could ship. And I was really blessed. When I came back, I couldn't believe it. We were like an island, untouched. It was a miracle, really.
Oh, wow. Well, you're lucky.
We were very lucky.
Yes. Now, what events do you have coming up, if any? Because I saw that you did a little traveling with Fabulous Magazine to some women events. So do you have more things on your calendar for 2018?
As of right now, I don't have anything on the calendar, nothing big yet. So I don't know what we'll be doing this year.
Are you looking to get involved in different things?
I really would like to get involved with some local things in Houston. And, you know, I'm all about education and educating women, and that's something that I've always been passionate about. I think it comes from my parents were educators. You know, I taught for a lot of years. So I would really like to get involved in some things revolving around that.
Are there any, like, body positivity things happening in Houston? You might have to start it.
There is a lot. There's quite a few really active bloggers who I'm in contact with, and I don't think there's any events scheduled right now, but I think you're right. Maybe I will have to start something.
Yeah. So do you have anything else happening that we should know about? Any sales, anything exciting with the brand that we should know?
Well, we do limited edition colors and prints. They come out every so often, come more and more frequently as spring and summer is coming. So those are really fun because they're very limited edition and they do sell out pretty quickly. So we have some fun ones coming out. We recently released lilac, which purple is one of our customers' favorite colors, and it's a really soft, beautiful, lacy design. And we have some leopard print right now, red and brown. So those are really fun. And we have some other really fun ones coming. The maternity, I think I already said that. The maternity, that was a huge launch that we just did. And then we do a grab bag sale, which our customers absolutely love. They pick the size, and I pick the style and colors that they get to. So it's a surprise package that they get, and that sale will be starting fairly soon.
Wow. So how many colors and varieties do you have? A lot?
Oh, my goodness. We have 5 different styles. We try to have something for everyone. Our lace shortlet is the original design, and that one is it is our best seller, I think, because it's the most feminine. It just fits really well. And then we have a classic basic design, and we have a lace design that's a little bit shorter, the hi-fi. And then our hybrid is our fusion. It's got a higher waist and a longer leg. It's like our full coverage dye chafing solution. As far as colors and prints, oh my goodness, we have probably maybe 12 right now. So we have a lot of different ones going on. We maybe even have more than that. So we have a lot a lot of fun things in stock right now.
Well, that's exciting. Congratulations on all of your success. Tell us your official website and your social media pages so we can keep up with everything you have going on.
Awesome. So our website is undersummers.com, and Undersummers comes from wearing them under summer dresses. So undersummers.com, and they're also available at amazon.com. And we're very active on Facebook at Undersummers and Instagram at Undersummers, and also on Twitter at Undersummers. So pretty easy. We're all at Undersummers.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being on the show. It was a pleasure talking to you and learning about your business. And since we're both down south, I hope we get to connect real soon.
I hope so, too. Thank you so much for having me.
And thank you, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And thank you to my guest this evening for being on the show. Make sure you visit the website and check out undersummers.com. I've been your host this evening, Shanice Lewis. Thank you for tuning in and supporting. Until next time, keep thriving in your curves and be blessed.
You've been listening to The Shanice Lewis Show. For more info about the show, visit ShaniceLewisShow.com.